This is our last video segment for this evening where we're going to talk about deployment. So we've talked about mission and vision and student learning targets and scorecards. Now it's time to talk about the seriousness of deploying what we've developed as an administrative team or a core planning team. So deployment is talked about on pages 88 through 94 of your textbook, so I encourage you to look at that. We're not going to spend a lot of time on deployment because I know you've had experiences with deploying your own strategic plans. I know that the privilege of me serving on CSIP committees, on several CSIP committees, and as a facilitator, I know the last time we did a CSIP, deployment was much more systematically in place. So think about your own experiences with deployment. In Columbia, we were systematic because we had scorecards that measured our progress at least quarterly. We were systematic in posting the mission and the vision and the student learning targets throughout our buildings and all aspects of our school district as an organization. But of course, you know, we had Larry Potterfield, who was very much believed in the Baldrige process, to really think about and challenge our thinking on how we were systematically deploying as a school district. UE talks about the systems map as part of deployment. And when we talk about the systems map, it really is more than just the strategic plan. Systems, how do we operate as a system in terms of all of these things that are outlined on page 95? So senior administrators use a systems map to think about their suppliers, their inputs, their processes, and their outcomes, all a part of a continuous improvement cycle. And on page 97 in your book, you'll see an example of a systems map. And again, it kind of maps out for a senior leadership team all of these different areas that are contributing to these outcomes. So the systems map is really about measurement of you as an organization and all of the systems that you have in place that lead to student outcomes. So if I were thinking about this as a superintendent, it might be a good guide for me as I think about our inputs and our processes that are really helping to lead to high student outcomes. And of course, scorecards are all a part of that measurement process. So take a look at page 97 as an example of a school district systems map. Now that we've talked about all of UE's components of the strategic planning model, we hope that these video segments and the learning that we've done together throughout the past couple of weeks gives us a better understanding of what's expected in terms of our strategic planning assignment that's due on week 8, as well as an oral presentation. So based on your feedback that you provided last week on the assignment, I've kind of redone the syllabus in terms of the expectations for this assignment. So I want you to ignore pages 4 and 5 of the syllabus, and let's move on to what it was created in terms of what the expectations. So this particular slide takes the place of pages 4 and 5 of your syllabus. I am not going to take time to go through all of this because I've developed another recording that takes you through the strategic planning project directions. So look for that video on the Google Share and it will walk you through all of this. Just in short, I've basically taken all of the 9 areas that we've talked about in terms of UE's process and aligned that to your project assignment. So take a look at the video, see what you think, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. So this ends our video segments for weeks 6 and 7. I hope that you gained a lot of information about UE's process and done a lot of reflective thinking, comparing that to your own comprehensive school improvement planning or strategic planning used in your school district. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you. You're kind of at the end, getting to the tail end of your course work here, where you only have a couple of 2 weeks left. So that should be a big celebration. Have a good evening, and hopefully, again, you're in front of a warm fire. It's blustery out there. Take care.